taking on Damien, Kass, and also the tag team champion Suicide Solution will be putting their belts on the line against Shank, Dorsey, and Maniac Mark from the Riot Squad. All that and a whole lot more on this week's edition of the Back Alley Brawl. All right, fans, our first match is scheduled for one fall. Now coming down to the ring, weighing in at 280 pounds from Phoenix, Arizona, here is the Coyote!
Okay, wrestling fans, this is Eddie Apples along with my broadcasting colleague, Sean Miller. We're waiting the arrival of a member of Power Team USA, the Coyote.
Yeah, this is Sean Miller. We have a big day of matches for you at the IWA Back Alley Brawl. We'll be seeing Coyote and Power Team square off against Bones Dudley. We'll be seeing two title matches today as the world champion Mark and Dillon of the New Breed squares off against the Riot Squad's very own Chief Dawn Yellowfish in that much anticipated tag team match. For the world tag team titles, the Suicide Solution taking on Maniac Mark and Shank Dorsey of the Riot Squad.
And we're all waiting for that along with the rest of the wrestling world. I'm sure Wimpy Watson's certainly waiting for it.
Think about this, Eddie. Wimpy Watson could walk away with all three titles, two tags and the world title, all in one day. It's going to be great.
It'd be great if you're Wimpy Watson, the Riot Squad, I'm sure. My group was just announcing Bones Dudley, and you can see him making his way down. Look at that bogus championship belt.
I wasn't aware that Bones Dudley won a belt.
You know he didn't win a belt. That's the belt that the Casanova click, Dusty Johnson, fake belt, not recognized by anybody other than the Casanova click Dudley.
If Chip Allgood and Dale Johnson recognize the belt, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it is too, Sean, and you're just, you know, a Casanova click type guy. Let's get back to the match at hand. Bones Dudley versus the Coyote. It's a matchup of size. It's a matchup of styles. Coyote, a super heavyweight by anyone's stretch of the imagination. Of course, Bones Dudley in what, about 140 pounds?
Buck-05 soaking wet with anvils in his pockets. Sit down power slam by the Coyote. Bones Dudley outsized. He might be a little faster than the Coyote, but Bones Dudley has that craziness factor that we talk about week after week, Eddie.
Oh yeah, Bones Dudley's just a maniacal individual. And, you know, if you're Coyote or anyone else who's got to roll over by Bones Dudley, gets count too. If you're the Coyote or anyone else, oh, look at this, they're getting rough here right in the opening moments of this contest.
You don't want to brawl with the Coyote. I mean, he's huge.
He's a big guy, that's for sure, but you know, you don't want to brawl with Bones Dudley either, because this guy is used to fighting. I don't know where he came from. I don't know where Dudley Bill is at, but apparently everyone I've seen from the Dudleys have all been fighters.
Well, you don't want to brawl with Bones Dudley, because if he bites you, you'll get some kind of a nasty infection.
Low blow by Bones Dudley sends the Coyote down, withering in agony.
Well, no matter how big you are, one well-placed shot right there will take any size man down.
Dudley not missing a beat. He's ramming that shoulder into the Coyote. Snapmare's over.
If Bones Dudley's going to have any kind of a chance in this match, he's going to have to stay on Coyote 110%, full velocity, and use the aerial ability, but personally, I don't think he has much of a chance.
Well, you know, he does have some aerial ability. I think his ace in the hole, if you will, though, is just the fact that he's a nut and he's crazy.
Good flying body press. Coyote with a kick out. Bones Dudley's head wrapped off that ring pole. Unfazed. Look at this idiot. He doesn't even have the sense to get hurt.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard to hurt this guy. Look, Coyote with a display of strength here just throws Dudley off.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see that? Coyote grabbed him out of midair and spiked him on his head. That's a display of power.
Coyote unloading with a chop to the chest of Bones Dudley.
Coyote going to the other corner. Head of steam. Big, vicious chop to the chest.
Yeah, you don't even see Ric Flair get a whole running head start there.
Well,
wrestling fans, you are watching the Back Alley Brawl. Of course, we are, we got this, well, in the ropes. We are the official television show of IWA Pro Wrestling, Ohio's own homegrown Major League Professional Wrestling organization. We want to thank you for checking us out.
Yeah, fans, you should come down here live at 1333 West 5th Avenue. Sundays, doors open at 12:30 p.m. don't come here at 12:30 a.m. Nobody's going to be here. Come down and check out all this action live and be part of it. I'll tell you what, there's nothing more fun than big-time wrestling.
You got that right. The Back Alley Brawl, like you said, we tape it each and every week here in Columbus, Ohio. Series of rollovers by both the Coyote and Dudley. And if you're enjoying this action here on television, we know we get a lot of cards and letters from you fans, and you're going to enjoy it even more live and in person. Come out and check out these colorful individuals like Mr. Dudley.
Colorful. Well, that's one word I've never heard used to describe Bones Dudley. Here he's revving him up for a hangman's neck breaker.
But, you know, Coyotes really hasn't mounted much of a offense during this whole contest.
Well, Coyote getting off a couple power moves, but it doesn't even seem to be phasing Bones Dudley much. I don't think he has the pain receptors in his head. He doesn't really have much upstairs, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I got to agree with you there. Bones Dudley's really... Oh, look at that missile drop kick missed. But Bones Dudley's just a buzzsaw in the ring. You know, he's a small guy. He's a real small guy, especially for the ranks of professional wrestling. But he just never stops. He keeps coming at you, and he keeps coming at you, and he keeps coming at you.
Yeah, that's true, and it's a little frustrating for someone the size of Coyote using his power moves. Bones Dudley just bounces off that mat and keeps coming back at him off the ropes. Leg lariat, that's one of Coyote's signature moves. I think you can call this one, what?
Oh, there's Chip Allgood from the Casanova Click. And here comes Dale Johnson.
Hey, Chip, how you doing?
Look up, there's Luscious John up there, and if you got to smell a rat here, wrestling fan. Johnson from behind that bogus championship belt.
I'm not sure. Is that Dale Johnson?
He just pulled Dudley on top of Coyote, and
that's three. Oh, wow.
No, this can't be happening here. What a way to start. Oh, look at Luscious John. Casanova Click, or getting the referee's attention. Dale Johnson just clobbered Coyote with that bogus championship belt. The referee didn't see what happened. Looks like he's going to award this match to Bones Dudley.
I have a feeling we're off to a wild start on a very wild edition of the Back Alley Brawl.
Wrestling fans, don't go away. We're going to be back in more mat action right after this. Boys and girls aged 8 through 18, this is your opportunity to become part of the fun and exciting world of big-time professional wrestling. Learn the holds and the counter-holds of professional wrestling. Be seen on local television and amaze all your school friends. Don't miss this big opportunity. Call today for an absolutely free pro wrestling tryout. Okay, we're back here on the Brawl, and as we know what's coming up here, this is the Riot Squad segment.
My
As you
favorite.
morons know, once again the Riot Squad is running this show, and since my man here actually did defeat me a couple weeks ago as a tough match, we decided that it's now our time to come out here and tell you about the state of professional wrestling as the Riot Squad sees it. So, Mr. Stellato, I turn the mic over to you.
Thank you very much. First of all, this ain't Mike Ripple time. It's not Bud Hattery time. It's not Vader time, and it's not enough is enough, and it's time for a change time. It's Terry time, and I don't need any adult supervision out here while I'm out here in this ring doing my thing. So why don't you two do yourselves a favor and take your asses out of here before I put a foot in them.
Why don't you take your ass out the ground?
Camera lady, I'm going to warn you one time right now. Last week, Calamity Jane couldn't get the camera focused. Now you do your damn job. You understand me? What I have is an article from the other paper. Wannabe Rag. You write this up. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a couple of quotes off of this. Poorly lit, poorly choreographed, low-budget amateur wrestling at its cheesiest. Talking about IWA and their fans.
They're right.
And what I'm here to tell you is Karen Sucka Santa, or whatever the hell your name is, who wrote this article. She writes in here, straining to look as if they were really surprised by that elbow to the groin. Well, the only straining I think she really heard is when she was sitting on the commode thinking about writing this piece of crap article. So what I'm going to tell you is, Karen, take a good look and listen. It'd be real easy for me and my favorite group of no-good, rotten bastards, the Riot Squad, to come up to the other paper and tear the office apart, but we're not going to do that. What I'm going to do is challenge your intellect.
So you can come down here to the Back Alley Brawl, or you can come to any other live show we have, and you and I will have us a little debate about anything you want to talk about. So that's about all I have to say for that. Or even better, what we could do is bring your ass down here and you get in the ring with Tamara or another lady wrestler. She can educate your ass on what we're talking about before you go write your next article. And the last thing I have, there's a couple sister-kissing record spinners down at WNCI, call themselves the Morning Zoo, took it upon themselves this week to take a shot at the IWA. Well, boys, let me tell you what. All you got to do is come on down to the Brawl or any other show we have and get in the ring with Terry Stellato, and I can guarantee you a trip down to Dr. Coyote's office at Adrian Chiropractic so you can put your ass back together. And when he asks you what's wrong with you, all you got to do is tell him, oh, I got in the ring with Terry Stellato, and now the crack of my ass goes all the way up to the top of my head. I'm going to take a vacation for a couple of weeks. When I come back, my topic of discussion is going to be the illustrious Kass. And that's the way it is, because that's the way I see it.
Yeah! I have to say that was very intellectually spoken. And I know there ain't a whole lot of intellectuals in here, and there certainly is not a whole lot of intellectuals out there. However, there is one last thing on my agenda, and that's as I was looking down the rundown sheet back there, I happen to notice that they got me, the fantastic Bull Miller, booked to wrestle here tonight a little later in the show.
They do? That's a bunch of bull! That's bullshit!
Very, very intelligent. As you can see, I personally have other plans for myself a little later on today. So, what I would suggest is to please all you idiots here at the TV studio and all you morons out there in television land, so I can get busy with what I really want to do. You never lasted 2 minutes in your life, buddy. What I would suggest is, I was looking over the sheets, and they got a guy for me to wrestle here tonight. Now, this guy is obviously a moron, because he wants to wrestle me. He signed a contract to wrestle me, which is the closest thing to suicide as you can get without the cops coming in and hauling your ass away. He thinks he's some kind of pretty boy, because I see him all the time running around here, and he's got these shades on. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock at night.
Well, who is it?
And the worst thing of all, this guy apparently thinks he's too cool. Why don't you get your ass down here and prove to all these people you're half the man you think you are?
Right there you heard us, Bull Miller calling Trevor Lowe out for our next contest here on the Back Alley Brawl. And I guess since the owner, Kass, isn't here, he's allowed to do that. Here comes the too cool one now.
Well, the Riot Squad can do whatever they want because Wimpy Watson says so. And what a match we have here. Too cool Trevor Lowe taking on the icon of the IWA, Wild Bull Miller.
The icon, you card carrying member of his fan club as well, son?
If Wimpy says it so, then I say it so.
Wimpy pays you so, do you say it so?
Hey, you know what they say, money talks and you know what walks. Here, oh, Trevor Lowe sending a message out to Wild Bull Miller.
Well, like Trevor Lowe mugging for the camera. I couldn't exactly make out what he was trying to say. Well, wrestling fans, I think we're going to see a little bit of old school versus new school in this particular match. We'll see which one wins out. And Bull Miller, as Trevor Lowe's coming through the ropes with a sneak attack.
Well, there's the experience of Wild Bull Miller paying off right there.
I don't know if you call it experience. I will say this for the Bull. You never want to turn your back on him because he'll take any cheap advantage he can.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got to admire the new attitude that Trevor Lowe's had in the past few months. He's been cocky, he's been arrogant, and I'll tell you what, a lot of people really don't like him. But even though I like his new attitude, I really don't think he has much of a chance against the icon of the IWA, Bull Miller.
Okay, let's show a little less impartiality, if you will. Miller's got that jacket off, and he's wrapped it around Trevor Lowe's neck, and he's choking him down the corner, and you see the referee trying to break it.
You know, Wild Bull Miller has been the IWA World Heavyweight Champion longer than anybody, and there's a reason for that, and it's because of this kind of scientific, technical wrestling.
Scientific, technical wrestling. I don't think Miller knows the term scientific wrestling. But you know, you bring up a very interesting point. It was Dillon that took that belt away from Bull Miller, and of course Dillon's good friends with Mr. Lowe, who we see here in the ring, and that may explain why the Bull seems to be in a particularly nasty mood here this evening.
Oh yeah, any friend of Marcus Dillon is an enemy of Wild Bull Miller, and I think Trevor Lowe's going to pay for that.
The Bull putting the stomps to that left arm. He's trying to work over that arm. What a lackadaisical cover.
Well, Trevor Lowe mounting no kind of an offense. Just as we saw in the first match, there's quite a size difference here. Trevor Lowe hovers around that 200-pound mark, and Bull Miller up towards that 300-pound mark. Trevor Lowe giving away a lot of size to Wild Bull.
Yeah, and Lowe's letting Bull wrestle his own match. It's a nice, slow, methodical type match. Trevor Lowe needs to get up on his feet. Bull drops that big fist right into the head of Trevor Lowe.
Right between the eyes.
Goes for the pin, 1-2, and Lowe's able to kick out. Trevor Lowe, if he's going to be able to emerge victorious or put any kind of showing into this contest, he's got to turn this match around and make the Bull wrestle his kind of match. He's got to get away from these chin locks and stuff like this and start going through the air, maybe.
Well, that's a good point. We saw Bones Dudley try that against Coyote. Trevor Lowe is going to have to rely on speed. Bull Miller is just too big, and he's just way too seasoned for Trevor Lowe.
Well, obviously, Miller's plan of attack here is just to keep his weight on the guy, to pound on him, to kick on him, to wear him down. Trevor Lowe needs to get out from underneath Bull Miller and start moving around this ring. If the Bull has one weakness, it is after about the 15-20 minute mark, he starts to slow down.
Well, there's Trevor Lowe mounting some kind of a comeback, pounding him in the corner. Oh, look at that.
Should have stomped on his foot.
Well, Trevor Lowe whips him into the far side. Rears back. Oh, big reverse splash.
Finger splash by Trevor Lowe as the Too Cool One goes to town here on the former champ.
Big chop in the corner, whips him into the other side. Trevor Lowe, he's actually mounting an offense. Oh, and there's a kick in the corner. And Tim Brown, I can't believe this.
Well, Miller's down on the canvas. Here's Trevor Lowe's opportunity. He rolls him over, covers for the pin, count of 1, count of 2, and you see
Bull Miller put his foot on the rope.
Camera Love put his foot on the rope.
Somersault into a splash by Trevor Lowe.
Cover 1, 2, and once again, Tamara Love.
You gotta say, Bull Miller's got some great ring positioning. He knows where he's at in the ring. Did you see he put his foot on the ropes, he put his hand on the ropes?
I think you need to clean up your monitor a little bit. Tamara Love certainly is taking some of the lessons that Wimpy Watson's been feeding her to over the last few months. Now look at her distract the referee so that the Bull can get a few extra seconds of time outside the ring.
Look at Trevor. He's turned his... Oh, look at that.
One more time, Trevor Lowe turning his back on Bull Miller, which always proves to be a mistake.
Well, you gotta admit, good strategy by Bull Miller. He was getting into a little bit of trouble there, so he decided to just take a little breather, and that's legal.
Once again, Miller slowing down the pace of this match. He's got Trevor stuck in that leg lock there.
Wrenching on that knee, Miller knows that if he can tear that knee out on Trevor Lowe, then he'll take away any kind of an aerial attack.
Looks like Trevor's trying to reach the ropes, and Tamara Love is just pushing that arm away. I can't believe the referee didn't see that.
How Bud Hattery doesn't see too much.
There's the Bull. He's working over that leg. He sent several stomps and punches into it. Now he looks like he's setting it up against the rope, driving that knee into that thigh area of Trevor Lowe.
We see the experience difference here. Throws him to the outside. Trevor Lowe hits hard. Bull Miller has a game plan. I don't think Trevor Lowe had one yet.
And how many times do we see this by the Riot Squad? Bull Miller's keeping the referee distracted by his camera. It's outside the ring with Too Cool, and very strange here. Tamara's not really attacking Too Cool.
Well, she seemed to be like giving him a little massage there. I wonder what that was all about.
Well, you never know. It could be a double cross somehow on the Riot Squad.
Beautiful vertical suplex, rolled it right over into a pin. Trevor Lowe's got pretty much one option here. He better just start running. He's getting throttled.
You see Bull arguing with the referee, thinking he's a little slow on that count. Drop kick by Trevor Lowe.
Wait until Bull Miller's back was turned for a cheap shot. Give me a break.
Oh, come on. I don't know exactly what happened. He must have hurt himself when he fell down from that drop kick.
No, I think it's that leg that Miller was working on earlier. I think it took all of his energy to do that drop kick. Miller had that leg worn down.
Well, it could be. As you can see, the bull goes back to work on that injured leg of Trevor Lowe. Pulls him out the center of the ring, sweeps the leg.
Look at this. This is a day at the park for Bull Miller. He's just annihilating this kid.
Well, he's asking the fans if he should perhaps do a low blow.
A low blow, that's kind of ironic, isn't it? Oh, there's the...
Look at that. That's a scientific move by Bull Miller.
I've seen everything now.
He thinks he's Dory Funk Jr.
Bull Miller, great
Spinning leg lock.
We've seen many great technical moves. He administered the inverted low blow. We saw Bull Miller execute the inverted step over eye rake. I mean, that's great scientific wrestling.
Let's get serious here. Bull Miller whips him across, hits him with an elbow, and he's just back to doing his game plan of mauling this young guy, Trevor Lowe. Once again, he could have pinned him there. He picked him up by the hair.
Oh, he had him. He better not sell this kid short. I've seen Trevor Lowe pull one out of the rear end, if you will. He better not ever sell this kid short. Back body drop.
Back body drop.
Sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Trevor Lowe with the victory over the bull here. Set him up for a backdrop. Trevor Lowe turned into the sunset flip. And then you see the referee raising his hand in a token of victory.
Unbelievable. Trevor Lowe, I said it before and I'll say it again. The sun shines on a dog's butt even once in a while. Too cool, got too lucky today.
Well, the bull having a few words with the referee, but this one's going to go down in the record book, fans, as a win for Too Cool. And don't go away, as we are going to be back with more action right after this. Hey, we got a little action between the ref here. Don't mess up this battery.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We'll be right back. Okay, man, Maniacs, you're watching the Back Alley Brawl, the official television show of the International Wrestling Alliance. The Back Alley Brawl is taped each and every Sunday at the IWA television studios in Columbus, Ohio, located at 1333 West 5th Avenue. If you're enjoying all this crazy, wild, insane mad action, we want to see you at the next IWA television tapings. Hey, wrestling fans, we're back for our next contest here between Big Country and, of course, Damien Kass from the New Breed. It looks like Kass has a few words. He heads towards the Rippler, Mike Ripple.
I think he's going to clear some stuff up for us right now.
Let's hope so.
It was apparent that you were in cahoots with the Riot Squad.
Yeah, he's on his same too. And he's back.
You're broke. We'll see what's going on. There was no plan with the Riot Squad right now. So just to prove a point right now, to prove everybody wrong, I want Trevor Lowe to come out here and watch my back during the match just to prove that I'm not in cahoots with the Riot Squad. So Trevor, come on down here. All right, Damien Kass calling for Too Cool Trevor Lowe. And here he is now making his way down to the ring.
Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
Too Cool Trevor Lowe. Looks like Damien Kass wants you by his side during his matchup.
Say no.
Well,
He's a good man.
I got to admit, I had my doubts about you being with the Riot
Say
Squad.
no. He is.
But, you know, for you to call me out to watch the match like this, all right, you got it. I'm going to second guess because everybody here and everybody in TV land
Don't be a stupid nut.
sitting on their fat couch potato butts watching at home saw what Trevor Lowe does to the Riot Squad.
All right, with that in mind, let's whoop, 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 whoop. Redneck Radar has gone off. Redneck in the arena. Kick his butt. Let's take you up to the ring.
Well, there you heard the words of the New Breed, at least two-thirds of the New Breed, Damien Kass and Too Cool Trevor Lowe.
Well, that takes care of the rumors. Damien Kass said he's in no negotiations with the Riot Squad. They don't have anything going on, so why don't you just take his word for it?
Well, you know, I don't want to argue the point, if you will, but of course there's a lot of things going on that would insinuate that maybe he is a member of the Riot Squad. You heard the Riot Squad music come up when Damien Kass was out there wrestling.
Well, look, he called Trevor Lowe out to watch the entire match. Now, would he pull anything like that with his own boy standing out there watching him? Oh, come on.
Let's not forget, it was just, well, look at the amazing power of Big Country as he throws Damien Kass around like a sack of potatoes. Let's not forget, it was just last week right here on the Back Alley Brawl where we saw Damien Kass accidentally, maybe not accidentally, hit his own man, Too Cool Trevor Lowe, with a pair of brass knuckles that Wimpy Watson gave him.
Well, there's a nice leg trip there, followed up with an elbow. There's a lot of speculation on what happened there. It's hard to tell whether that was an accident or not. And being an impartial broadcast journalist, I'm not going to speculate.
Impartial. Good word. I guess we'll just leave it at that and try to follow the story as it unfolds. But I got to tell you, there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that Damien Kass may have gone riot squad. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, Wimpy did apparently hand him something. Some people were saying they were Shank Dorsey's very own brass knucks that Wimpy handed him accidentally on purpose. It's not our job to speculate. There's a kick out by Big Country that kicked him clear out of the ring.
I'll tell you the point that really got it from me, though, watching the tape, and I watched it several times. Damien Kass had those brass knuckles. No, yeah, he was arguing with Wimpy Watson that he didn't want him. He swung his arm back once, did no damage. Then he swung it again. That's when he hit Trevor Lowe.
Well, that's a good point. The first time he swung back, you're right. He didn't connect at all. The second time, he hit Trevor Lowe right across the temple with those brass knucks. But again, was that an accident? Was it on purpose? I don't know.
Let's check out the match here at Big Country, and there he's really been going to town here on Kass. I don't know. Kass really hasn't been able to do a whole lot. Maybe his mind's distracted. Quick roll in, roll out, of course, breaks out the count by referee Bud Hattery.
Now he's over talking to Trevor Lowe again. Trevor Lowe giving him some pointers, telling him to use your mind. I mean, he's got the experience over Big Country.
You know, I shouldn't say this being a broadcast journalist to steal the term of Mr. Mike Ripple, but I would really hate to see the new breed, break up. They're a young, exciting team, three of the top individuals to come along a long time here in the sport of professional wrestling, and to see it break up just so Damien Kass could go his way with the Riot Squad certainly would be a sad state of affairs.
There's a splash by Country. That would be a sad state of affairs. I mean, the new breed banded together. Trevor Lowe and Damien Kass have won tag titles all over the area, and of course, it was them that helped springboard Marcus Dillon to finally topple the pillar of the IWA, Bull Miller, and beat him for that World Heavyweight title. I mean, they have made quite an impact in the IWA, so I don't know.
No doubt. But certainly, I'd have to say they're one of the top 3 tag teams in line for a shot at the tag team championship.
But I don't know. For us to even speculate that he'd be with the Riot Squad, we're wasting our breath, because Damien Kass said he's not with the Riot Squad, but he has an honest face.
Well, I guess Doris Day said it best. Whatever will be, will be. Let's get back to the match here. Big Country, very much showing his wares here as he, of course, Country's a member of the IWA Wrestling School right here in Columbus, Ohio. And he's really give Damien Kass all he can ask for, I do believe.
Yeah, well, apparently Big Country's flunking wrestling school because Damien Kass is really laying him in here. Country doing a lot of power. Oh, spin kick catches Country right across the nose. Country falling victim here to Damien Kass's arsenal of maneuvers. There's a leg drop. Hits the ropes once more, drops an elbow, hits the other side of the ropes. I don't know what that was. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Well, you know, here we go for a count. 1, 2. I thought I was going to get Country's able to get that shoulder off the canvas. I've had a couple opportunities to talk with this Big Country, and he's told me on more than one occasion that while he may not have the best one-loss record, of course, he still is a member of the IWA Wrestling School up there, and he's just getting his feet wet as a professional wrestler, that he's going to stick with it. And he really feels that deep down, and he just pulled off a great maneuver right there. Deep down, he has what it takes to turn that tide around a little bit, to maybe put some string of marks in the victory column and work himself up to some championship matches.
Well, you know, it's the new guys like this that need guidance. Like, for example, off the top of my head, for no particular reason, Wimpy Watson.
No, last thing the Country needs to get is a weasel like Wimpy Watson.
Don't say that W word. Mr. Watson is the manager of champions.
Yeah, Mr. Watson will take this young guy and take his money and leave him out there to be annihilated. Exactly what he
Give me a break. I'll tell you what, by the end of the day, Wimpy Watson's going to have a whole stable full of titles, because later on in this very program, his boys are going to get a shot at the world title and the tag titles.
Well, yeah, there's quite a bit of buzz in the Riot Squad dressing room backstage, and they're predicting a big day here on the Back Alley Brawl. We're just going to have to wait and see. Damien Kass, meanwhile, outside the ring, you see Trevor Lowe's trying to help him up here.
Damien Kass, I think that flying clothesline by Big Country rocked him. Damien Kass, look at him, he's lifeless.
Kass looks like he's just out of it. I think he may need some medical help here.
Yeah,
struggling to get back into the ring.
Hattery needs to stop the match if he thinks that Kass can't continue. There, he just slingshotted Kass down. Kass hung out to dry. It is, of course, Hattery's discretion to stop the match if he feels that somebody is in serious chance of, permanent injury.
Of course, Damien Kass came flying out of the ring there, and he had his head on that hard floor. There's absolutely no give, no padding on that floor whatsoever.
Not at all. Not at all.
Come on, Kass.
See Big Country looking across the ring here. Picks him up. Big power move here.
Oh, backbreaker right across the knee.
That's got to be it.
1, 2. Hey, come back. Kass gets that right shoulder up, and here comes
Tamara Love. Now, what's she doing out here?
What in the world is Tamara Love doing? I think she's over where Trevor Lowe is.
She's talking. It's off camera range here. We can't exactly hear what she's talking about. Or is she out here for Mr. Kass? Missed shoulder tackle by Big Country.
Good move by Damien Kass. I think, and I think you'd agree with me, Eddie, that maybe Tamara Love thinks Trevor Lowe is just, I don't know, too cool.
Why did I know this is where we was going with that? Whip across the ring goes Country. Another attempt at a shoulder tackle, which hit. Damien Kass goes down.
Maybe she's abandoning the Riot Squad to be with the new breed. What about that, Eddie?
Well, that could happen. Miss Tamara, even though she definitely Riot Squad, has showed her interest in some of the younger individuals in the world of professional wrestling.
Well, we saw in Trevor Lowe's match with Bull. Look at the power! Look at the power of Country!
And that's a 200-plus pound man, Damien Kass, going up over the head of Big Country.
Well over 200 pounds, and Country just press slammed him. I'll tell you what, for a knife kid.
There's Wimpy Watson.
Wimpy Watson,
Watson just hit Country with that cane of his, and if this isn't proof that, I don't know, Damien Kane's Riot Squad, I don't know what is. Look at that old man move. Referee court.
My monitor went out. It just came back in. What? Damien Kass, did he get the win?
Bud Hattery, who of course been knocked out earlier, didn't see what was going on.
I missed something. Did you say Wimpy Watson came out?
Wimpy Watson came out there and hit Big Country in the back of the head with that.
Darn, I missed that.
You can see Marcus Dillon's out here now.
I missed that. There's Tamara Love still with Trevor Lowe.
Damien Kass, how Damien Kass won this match, the only way it could have happened was Wimpy Watson, because he can barely get to his feet.
Big Country looks a little confused. You know what, though? He gets confused easy. He gets confused watching Sesame Street.
Oh, come on. I think we're going to find out a little bit more about this story here as Mike Ripple gets in the ring.
Wimpy Watson came out here, hit Big Country in the back, and you covered him for the win. Did you see that? Too cool, Trevor. Did you see what was happening?
What are you doing? You give me a minute.
What?
Trevor Lowe says he didn't see anything.
Knock him out, Dillon.
He's a little preoccupied.
Marcus Dillon.
You came out here and said you were a Riot Squad.
Marcus Dillon.
Wimpy Watson comes out here and wins you the damn match. So what's going on with that? I am not Riot Squad. I'm telling you, I am not. I promise you, I am not Riot Squad. This is... Oh, wait a minute.
Well, Damien Kass, sticking with the story, he's not a member of the Riot Squad. It's hard to believe after what we just seen here on TV.
Don't you get in here? Didn't you see what
I have to take his word for it. That's really all I can go by.
I was getting my swerve on. Will you get back to business? Your partner here, Damien Kass.
Well, they're trying to iron this out here. You can see Tamara Love from the Riot Squad still out there.
Covered him for the win. Did you see that?
I love you too, go! Yeah, I love you too,
Trevor Lowe was out here the whole time, and Trevor Lowe saw Wimpy Watson. Trevor Lowe saw Tamara Love. Trevor Lowe didn't see Wimpy Watson. And I sure know Tamara Love didn't hit Big Green
Wimpy Watson.
Big country, brother.
Big country.
Oh, yeah, whatever, big country.
Right.
I know Tamara didn't hit him because she was watching Trevor Lowe get his swerve on.
That's right.
Hey, I was in the
Trevor Lowe saying he did not see Wimpy Watson out there at all.
And hit Country with a cane. Made him win.
Yeah, that's right.
He was cruising for chicks.
You were too busy with Tamara Love to keep your eyes on the match. That's why you were out here in the first place.
Do you know how staticky that monitor is in the back that they watch the matches here? Give me a break. You wouldn't be able to tell Wimpy Watson from Butt Hattery unless it was smell-o-vision. Smell-o-vision.
Well, wrestling fans, I don't know what to say. Obviously, this issue between Damien, Kass, and the Riot Squad still has not been settled. All three of these individuals having words with each other now.
You can't sit here and tell me that you're not Riot Squad.
It looks like there's trouble in the breed camp.
I really hate to see this. Wrestling fans, don't go away. We're going to be back with more wrestling action right after this.
Title matches coming up.
How can he not be watching?
Look, we got all these bookings to do. We got Detroit the first night, then we got Chicago the next night. We got to be in New Orleans later on that week.
I know, Mike, but the Battens are going to be on one of those shows. They've got to fly him in from West Virginia. We've got to find some way to fit him in, get him for the show, but then we've got to fly him out
Hey, you
the
guys
next.
got some information for me.
You got to call Ringside Confidential to find out.
Come on, please.
Ringside Confidential to find out.
It's a free call. Call now.
He was the one who got me confused. And his opponent now coming down to the ring, weighing in at 200.
That's right.
This is where I take over.
Let me do this. What?
Look, hey.
Good job, Trevor.
I've proven to all of you, week after week, not only am I the greatest wrestler, I proved I was the greatest referee. And one more time for you people watching.
And you're the greatest nugget.
Smell-o-vision. I'm going to prove one more time I'm the world's greatest ring announcer. All right. And in this
Get him out of here.
introducing first from
Come on, Nugget, tell the hell out. Hey, what's going on?
from Comanche County, Tennessee. Here is Chief Don Yellowstain. Give it up.
Well, there's your man, Too Cool Trevor Lowe. And I guess he's taken upon himself to make the official introductions, referring to Chief Don Yellowfish as Yellowstain.
He calls him as he sees him.
And, you know, I don't know if he'd be doing this if the owner, Chris Kass, was out here. But, of course, Chris Kass absent here today. This is a very...
Muscle and muscle on top of that muscle. He is the man who fears no man, but every
This is
man
Dillon's
fears
intro.
that man. He is the IWA World Heavyweight Champion of the world, undisputed, undefeated, and a great all-around guy. Here is Marcus Dillon!
All right, Trevor, that's enough. Maybe a tad bit of overkill, but this is an IWA Championship match we're going to see right here on television, right here on the Back Alley Brawl. You can see Marcus Dillon making his way down towards the ring. And, of course, the Chief Don Yellowfish.
What an introduction by Trevor Lowe. Mike Riffle, Michael Buffer, Howard Finkel. Eat your hearts out. That is how a champion should be introduced.
I wonder if Chris Kass is going to give Trevor Lowe 10 grand like Buffer gives for that little introduction.
Probably not. But Trevor Lowe can keep dreaming, I guess.
Now, I noticed Trevor didn't give Mr. Wimpy Watson no introduction out there.
Well, Mr. Wimpy Watson needs no introduction. He is the straw that stirs the drink of the IWA.
Look at Trevor Lowe out there doing a little bit of a bop with our fans here in our TV studio.
He likes to have fun with the fans. You know, he's out there really to support Marcus Dillon. You know, those two have become quite good friends here. Friends are few and far between in this business.
You got that right, and I hate to bring this up, but quite inconspicuous by his absence, maybe perhaps Damien Kass.
I I knew you were going to bring that up. Ignore that, all your allegations. Let's just get to this match. Chief Don Yellowfish getting his shot at the IWA World title, of course. He's a Native American, which means he's an honest man right away. That's what that tells you.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. He's Riot Squad after all.
He's a great scientific wrestler. He's a kind of honest man who would never take a shortcut to win a match. True Riot Squad material, Chief Don Yellowfish.
Chief Don Yellowfish took his very first shortcut at the age of 8 going to school, and he hasn't quit yet.
Oh, I can't believe you had to pull that one out of the archives. But what kind of a strategy do you think Yellowfish is going to employ against the champ?
Well, I think Yellowfish is probably a little faster than what Dillon may be. Obviously, Dillon has the strength factor going in his favor. And, of course, the big plus on Yellowfish's side would be the man we see outside the ring, in my opinion, Wimpy Watson.
The braids behind the brawn, Wimpy Watson.
Yeah. Anyways, you saw Yellowfish. He takes Dillon down, and he's threatening to do some damage here.
Oh, see, that's what I was talking about, that scientific maneuver. That was the inverted corkscrew step over.
But those are boots to the side of Dillon's body there. Wrestling fans, I want to remind you of a couple quick things here. We're just about a week away from the Chill date. We're going to be doing a wrestling show. The IWA is in conjunction with the Columbus Chill. So we want to invite you all out there. Check out the great IWA wrestling action. A lot of great matches. Marcus Dillon's going to be defending his IWA heavyweight championship. Should he be able to hold on to it past this match here today against the man. Oh, look at that.
Flying body press by Marcus Dillon.
Count two is all he's going to get. Dillon will be defending against the man formerly known as the Genius in the World Wrestling Federation, none other than Leaping Laney Poffo. You're also going to see Suicide Solution. They're going to square off against Maniac Mark and Shank Dorsey. Look at that there.
Good maneuver by Marcus Dillon. Chief Don kind of being rocked right here in the early going of the match.
Also on that card, the new breed, that being Damien Kass and Too Cool Trevor Lowe, going up against the team of Dale Johnson and Chip Allgood, the Casanova Clique. And also there you're going to see Power Team USA is going to be represented by KC Stryker returning here. And he's going to be squaring off against Bull Miller from the Riot Squad. A whole lot of other great wrestling action that night. A lot of main events anywhere.
Absolutely. It's pay-per-view quality. I mean, these matches, highly anticipated matches all around. Leap and Lanny Poffo coming back in, the Genius, if you will, to get a shot at the world title at Marcus Dillon.
That'll be a great match, and all the matches are going to be great matches, main event type matches, and of course the TV cameras will be rolling in case you shouldn't be able to make it out there. But we hope all you wrestling fans get out there. It looks like Chief Don Yellowfish is choking Marcus Dillon. You see Wimpy Watson distracting the referee.
Well, Eddie, it's going to be a day of violence, if you will. A day of the most heinous violence you can think of. Professional wrestling, professional hockey, and weddings.
Oh yeah, weddings. Let's not forget about that. Wedlocks and headlocks is the theme for the day. And of course the Chill player is going to be supplying the hockey playing. The IWA wrestler is going to be supplying the headlocks. And
there's some poor suckers out there that are going to get hitched.
Well, you know, I got to go home tonight, so I'm going to leave that alone.
There was a beautiful maneuver. Did you see that? Chief Don Yellowfish did a somersault, snapped out leg back of Marcus Dillon. Beautiful.
Just for a pin count, too. That's all he's going to get. Chief Don Yellowfish, we haven't seen him here on the Brawl for a little while. He reappeared last week, and he seems to have lost nothing during his hiatus from the IWA.
Setting Marcus Dillon, throws him into the far side. Charges. Oh, he catches a boot right to the mush. Is that legal?
I don't know if it's legal or not, but it's sure going to loosen a few of those molars on the Chief.
That's for sure. Wow. He was coming in there at about 45 miles an hour. Marcus Dillon with a scoop slam.
Well, Dillon's setting him up for something here. Backs into the rope. Crosses the ring. And drops that leg across the chest of the Chief.
1, 2. That's all he's going to get. Headlocks and wedlocks. That's going to be a big day for the International Wrestling Alliance, big day for the Chill. And I can't believe people are actually going to get married in an event like this.
Well, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of great fighting that day, and I'm sure for some of those getting married, there's going to be a lot of fighting for many days afterwards.
That's right. For some people, it's going to be the first day of a lifetime of fighting. As we have a pin there, and Chief Don Yellowfish gets that shoulder up.
Well, Dillon, he's running the match here at this particular stage of the game. He pulls the Chief up, a low blow by Yellowfish.
I did not see a low blow. Hey, are the people actually going to get married in the ring? Now, that'd be interesting.
Actually, I think they're going to get married on the ice, because the original plan was the ring, but they couldn't get the ring onto the ice due to some kind of size restraints or whatever.
The Chill better be careful, knowing the Chill's record. Some of these bride and grooms might challenge them to a hockey game and beat them.
Hey, come on now. Columbus Chill, certainly a great institution here in the Columbus area, and they're not going to be here much longer, as I guess they're making way for the Blue Jackets, who are going to be arriving here real soon. But the Chill's really been a great sports institution here. I really am sad to see them go, and I'm glad in this last year, and their last year here in Columbus. You can look at Wimpy Watson choking Dillon, that we here in the IWA can play some kind of small part in their last year here in Columbus.
Yeah, that is good for the IWA to be there, putting on another one of their spectacular shows. Please come on out and check it out. See this great action in person. We got some great matches lined up for you.
You know, also had a talk with the IWA owner, Chris Kass, not too long ago. He said besides the arrival of Leaping Lanny.
There it is. That's his move. That's his move, and this one's over.
The referee a little slow getting down there. Wait, there's Damien Kass.
Is he out here to offer support to his teammate? What?
Dillon just hit with his signature maneuver there, and Kass is interrupting him.
Trevor Lowe, he stands up. He doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of making his way over.
Kass slapping Dillon.
Slapped him.
Yellowfish rolls him up.
1, 2, 3.
No, it can't happen. No.
Riot Squad gets the belt. I knew it.
Oh, my God.
I knew it.
Marcus Dillon had this match. Wow, this is proof positive to me. The Damien Kass is definitely Riot Squad. It looks to me like we have a new IWA heavyweight champion and Chief Don Yellowfish. You can see Wimpy Watson. Out comes the Riot Squad contingency.
Chief Don Yellowfish wins the World Heavyweight title. What a beautiful day for the Riot Squad.
You see they're all coming out to congratulate the Chief. Well, oh my God. Wrestling fans, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Men and women, all shapes and sizes, this is your opportunity to become part of the fun and exciting world of big-time professional wrestling. The International Wrestling Alliance, Ohio's own homegrown Major League Professional Wrestling organization, is offering you this unique opportunity. Call today for an absolutely free tryout.
Why do we want to wrestle? Because we like to hurt people.
Okay, wrestling fans, we're back here for the second part of our doubleheader, our second championship match, the Tag Team Championship on the line, Suicide Solution and the Riot Squad.
Well, the Riot Squad was off to a shaky start on this edition of the Back Alley Brawl when the pillar of the Riot Squad, Bull Miller, was upset by Trevor Lowe. Then Chief Don Yellowfish won that world title off of Marcus, and I think they're on a roll now. I predict a Riot Squad win, taking those tag team titles.
There you go. It's a Suicide going to work right after the bell here. Actually, right before the bell, as they attack the Riot Squad. You see Maniac Mark and Shank Dorsey quickly bailing out.
Well, they must smell something foul in the ring there. That's why they have the things covering their noses.
You know, I think I figured out why the Bull lost that match. He didn't have Wimpy Watson out there to cheat for him.
You know what? That's a good point. Wimpy Watson was not
you
direct traffic, not the cheat to help Bull. Wimpy Watson is the brains behind Wild Bull's brawn, and he wasn't out there to give his guidance. That's a good point, Eddie.
Well,
you just proved my point. How important Wimpy Watson is to the Riot Squad.
Oh, no doubt he is important. You can bet he's out here for this big title match here. Tag Team Championship straps on the line. Slide under by Biohazard.
Clothesline, no effect on Maniac Mark. A second one takes him down.
That time he got him. Big Maniac Mark, the loose cannon of the IWA, if you will. Got to be hitting them scales at 350 or more.
Yeah, he is. He's huge. There's a double team move. back somersault into an elbow, and that's why the Suicide has those tag team titles. But they have some fierce competitors, of course, straight from the Orient Correctional Facility is Shank Dorsey, and right on the loony bin is Maniac Mark, and both of these guys know how to fight.
Oh, you got that right. They're both crazy, maniacal individuals. And, you know, you got to say the same thing about Suicide Solution. They're about as wild as you're going to find. Of course, Biohazard's quite fond of saying they're the most extreme team in the IWA.
Yeah, that's for sure. Look at that. Dropped Maniac Mark right on his head there. And Bio with a 180 splash. That was nice.
You know, I got to say, being a regular up at the IWA gym, the team of Biohazard and Big Dan Devers, they're always at the gym. Matter of fact, they got their own keys. A lot of times they're in there working out long after everyone else has already left.
Yeah, they're night people, that's for sure. Tagging to Shank Dorsey. Now, Shank Dorsey, one of the greatest wrestlers in the IWA, in my opinion. He's got that devastating finisher maneuver, the Dorsey Horsey. I've seen many people put on the shelf by that hideous maneuver.
Yeah, Dorsey's another one that spends his time up at the gym. You can bet on that, learning various mat skills, if you will.
Oh, he is a mat technician. Shank Dorsey, he's destined for gold, and I think this can be his day.
Well, Dorsey with a big chop on Biohazard, picks him up, slams him down to the canvas. Hits the rope. Thank you.
Spinning leg drop. Look at the athleticism.
No, it's quite interesting. The Tag Team Championship for sure on the line here today on the Back Alley Brawl, but we're just a week or so away. February 13th, these two teams are going to meet, and it doesn't really matter which one wins the belt here today, whether the team of Biohazard and Devers walk away with the belts or the Riot Squad wins the belt. The belts are going to be on the line February 13th for wedlocks and headlocks.
And I understand it's going to be a very special weapons match, and you know that's the specialty of Suicide Solution.
Oh yeah, weapons match, and I understand there's going to be some other surprises as well concerning members of the Columbus Chill. I don't know exactly what it's all about, but...
Well, if you want to find a good fighter, just find a hockey player.
Yeah, you know the old saying. I went to fight once and a hockey game broke out.
Yeah, they're Wimpy Watson and Tamara Love out there to support this tag team. They're on a roll today, the Riot Squad is.
You know, I'd have to say both Suicide Solution and the Riot Squad are just so evenly matched in their skills and size, and it could come down to Wimpy Watson on the outside.
There's an atomic drop. They dropped him on his knee there. See, the Suicide Solution has a game plan they're working on. There's a headbutt to the lower midsection, if you will.
Hit him in the groin is what it is. I believe that's the proper terminology, Shane.
Well, hey, this is a family show, Eddie.
Groin's not a family word?
Oh, look at that atomic drop right across the ropes. Oh, look, a Dorsey Horsey on the ropes.
Well, that's going to prove for a bad evening for Shank Dorsey, I guarantee you that.
Well, he's used to that at the Orient Correctional Facility, that's for sure.
He probably had many bad evenings at the Orient Correctional Facility.
Well, I guess that's what made him so tough. Oh, my goodness.
Biohazard with a low drop kick on Shank Dorsey. Now there's the Weasel, Wimpy Watson.
Wimpy Watson up there directing traffic as usual.
Distracting the referees, what he's doing.
Wimpy Watson needs to be out there to make sure this match is running properly, because we know the referee can't do it.
Okay, let's get off of Bud Hatter. He's an excellent referee.
Yeah, let's please get off of Bud Hatter.
One of the premier officials in professional wrestling.
No, seriously. Biohazard grapevining that leg of Shank Dorsey, still attacking that one particular body part they've been working on.
Well, you know, professional wrestling is a human chest at its very finest, and the human body's much like a table. If you can take out one of the legs, and it's hard for it to stand up. That's exactly what Biohazard's been trying to do here with Dorsey.
Dorsey reverses. There's a boot. DDT. Could we see it? Could we see it?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, no. Shank Dorsey's a little too injured to hit that move that I like so much.
That comes the big Maniac, the loose cannon, if you will.
Maybe Maniac Marco do his little version of the Dorsey Horsey. Oh, look at that.
Big 350-pounder showing a lot of agility here.
He moves like a luchador.
I wouldn't go that far with it.
Well, he does. I thought he was a luchador at first. I just thought that was a mask he was wearing. I found out that was actually his face. There's a suplex on Biohazard.
Biohazard down there on the canvas. The Maniac getting the ropes. Drops the fist.
Maniac Mark has a pin here on Biohazard.
Yeah, look at this, some double teaming, well, not double teaming, but some teamwork, if you will, on behalf of Dan Devers, who quickly pulls his partner's leg over that rope.
There's a chin lock here. You know something interesting, Eddie? Mr. Watson and
Weasel Watson.
I would never refer to him as that. People have told me that Maniac Mark is the illegitimate son of Mr. Watson. What do you make of that?
Well, I don't know about that. Watson often refers to him as my boy, but
well, I really don't see a resemblance. I mean, but, you know, if I'll have to ask Mr. Watson about that. If he says it's true, then it has to be.
Big flying body press by Biohazard. Wasn't able to hold the big guy down.
That's Maniac Mark up the ropes. There's a boot to the midsection. Face buster by the real deal.
This could be it. Devers rolls him over. In comes Dorsey for a breakup.
Kicks him right in the spine. Good technical wrestling by Shank Dorsey.
Good double team cheating by Shank Dorsey.
Oh, give me a break.
Meanwhile, Devers is in the wrong corner. He's in the Riot Squad corner. You see both Maniac Mark and Shank Dorsey working him over as Wimpy Watson distracting the referee.
Why doesn't Wimpy Watson put the striped shirt on and officiate this match? Because apparently Bud Hattery can't do it. Wimpy has to tell him everything.
Yeah, Wimpy's up there distracting the referees. His typical M.O.
Do I see Wimpy Watson perspiring here? It looks like he was sweating a little when Shank Dorsey was getting beat.
Yeah, he was counting his money go away.
No. Well, Wimpy Watson is the manager of champions, and we saw Chief Don Yellowfish get the world title off of Marcus, and I said it before, I'm going to say it again. They're on a roll today. Riot Squad. Oh, look at that.
Clothesline by Devers. Can you imagine how cocky Watson's going to be if he goes on with all the gold here today?
Well, Wimpy Watson has so much gold, it's really, you know,
just like Suicide's going to set him up for their big finish.
The Suicide note, this could be a little, what's Wimpy Watson doing?
Distracted.
Look at Wimpy Watson like a luchador. Did a corkscrew.
No, this can't be happening. Not again.
Look at that.
Referee Bud Hattery missed it all. Tamara Love kept him distracted. Wimpy Watson coming off the ropes with that cane.
Tamara talking to
1, 2, 3. Oh, no.
That's new champions. New champions, Wimpy Watson. What a beautiful maneuver. He came off the top rope. I thought I'd never see that.
Wrestling fans, I hate to leave. We got to go away. Stay tuned for more action next week.
Dorsey and
all the programs at Center for New Directions, plus a